I am Bob Copperstone, a former newspaper journalist, and I like to write stories that mostly deal with my childhood in the mid-20th century. During my 80-plus years, I have accumulated troves of facts and memories as I experienced them here in Wahoo and surrounding Saunders County. These vignettes are presented as true and factual to the best of my recollection, and I wish to pass them on before they blink, flicker, and go dark forever. This is Growing Up Wigwam, as told by Uncle Bob. The Power of Positive Santas. While I lived in California some decades ago, I fell into a Christmas groove of donating to a police fund that delivered new toys to kids from needy families in Los Angeles County. The City of Arcadia Police Department would ask the donors to help distribute the presents. I would love to have seen the happy kiddies receive my gifts. During this particular Christmas, though, I was working the editorial night shift at the San Gabriel Valley Tribune and couldn't go. But when I told my new bride, Josephine, about the program, her eyes lit up and she eagerly snapped the sleigh reins out of my hands and took the job with gusto. Joe got on the phone and located a rental full-costume Santa Claus to do the ho-ho-hoing, and even bought and wrapped more toys to add to Santa's donated bagful. That evening, while I was slaving over writing headlines and editing copy, Joe and Santa were in El Monte and La Puente, traipsing from one wide-eyed child's home to the next. One of the kids even broke out crying. Joe said she and Santa couldn't tell if those were tears of joy or terror. The next morning, when I got home from the graveyard shift, Joe couldn't wait to tell me all about it. She told me about one special Santa encounter. She said one small little girl could just stand there, mouth agape, and looking up round-eyed at Santa as he pulled toys, one after another, out of his bag. Joe said he and Santa could hear the tyke whispering in a prayerful, faint voice, "I do believe, I do believe." Sweet as homemade cookies. Not too long ago, I got the sweetest Christmas present, and I don't even know who gave it to me, but it really made my Christmas. One evening, a bright-eyed, smiling young woman knocked on my door and asked, "Are you Bob?" I nodded, and she handed me a bulging, brightly colored Christmas bag. I was kind of stunned and, of course, asked who it was from. She said only that my secret Santa asked her to give it to me, and she walked away, still smiling. I'm guessing she was a teacher or mother or something. Inside the bag were grooming articles, men's body wash, men's shampoo, hand wash, soap, a tin of cookies, and a sheet of 20 USPS Forever stamps, and a $20 gift certificate for Wahoo Super Grocery Store. But the gift I cherish most, and still possess, was a letter carefully penciled in block letters on a lined sheet of paper and adorned with hand-colored figures of mistletoe, Christmas stocking, reindeer, snowman, and lollipops. I'm assuming from the letter that my actual secret Santa was not the woman who delivered the presents, but was a little Irish girl who wrote that she is very excited about Christmas and that she obviously misses her family in Ireland, misspelled, and, quote, very green tree with yellow angle, that is angels, on top in her room. Quote, "I am happy to get right to you," she wrote. "I hope you have a Merry Christmas." I did indeed have a Merry Christmas, thanks to my little Irish friend. She asked in the letter if I have grandchildren. I don't have any, but I like to think I got myself an adopted little grand Santa. I hope her Christmas was as merry as she so richly deserves. I'm sure the little darling wouldn't mind that I paid her gifts forward by donating the stamps to the Saunders County Museum and their gift certificate and grooming items to the local food pantry. The gifts certainly would have come in handy had I really needed them, as she must have thought that I might. I kept the cookies, though. Ate them all in one sitting. They were delicious, filling my stomach as nicely as the child's letter filled my heart. Life can be as sweet as homemade cookies. Burp.
Growing Up a Wigwam is written by Bob Copperstone and produced by Chris Beatty. Everything is recorded in lovely Walker, Nebraska. Merry Christmas from Uncle Bob and Chris Beatty.